Can you not? I'm trying to make a video. Hey guys, how's it going? I've made quite a few videos on old Ariens snowblowers on this channel, and people seem to really like them. So whenever one comes in for repair, I now always try to make a video of it. This one is no exception. This one was brought to me by a customer who found it in a garage that she bought. Well, she bought a house, and it came with a garage. And it had been sitting probably for over 20 years, because the house had been in foreclosure for nearly 20 years after the previous owner passed away. So this is an Ariens model 624, as far as I can tell. I don't know what year it was built, because I can't find a date code anywhere on the chassis of either the machine, the snowblower attachment, or the engine. But running the serial number through Ariens' website gives me a date range, 1972 to 1976. So let's just say the 70s. Like another machine that I featured on my channel is what Ariens referred to as a Trac-Team system, which means the implement is actually a separate part from what they refer to as the tractor, which is the engine and drive assembly. And you could detach this and put a different implement on it. They sold lawnmowers and leaf vacs, and I'm not sure what else. I know a lawnmower and a leaf vac, but this one has the 24-inch snowblower on it. The only thing I really had to do to this machine was replace the fuel tank, which had cracked from sitting, and clean a huge mouse nest out of the air shroud, and it started right up. I didn't even have to clean the carburetor, and it all works just fine. Goes through all the gears fine, the auger system functions. Obviously I can't throw any snow with it because it's the middle of summer, but I figured I'd just give you a little walk around and let you guys take a look at it, because it's just a cool old machine. Taking a look at the controls here, starting from the left we have the drive control. This engages the drive wheels. We have the crank for the chute. This changes the position of the chute. See that? Then we've got the throttle right here. Changes the speed of the engine. Somebody driving past an extremely squeaky pickup truck. This is the gear shift. It shifts between 4 forward speeds, neutral and reverse, like so. This is the attachment clutch. Notice it says attachment because this is a Trac-Team. So as I said, you could put multiple different kinds of attachments on it. And the linkage for this is very interesting. It has a rod here which runs down to a U-joint, which runs to this arm here, which is just sort of an interference fit, and that's so that you can remove the attachment. I'll show you how that works here. You just lift this up. You can see the U-joint moves here and lifts that up into place. There's a spring on here which actuates a little linkage just there, and I'll talk about that in a second. Brings us to this lever here, which is the lock for the drive. And the way this works is if you're holding that lever down and this is engaged, you can then lock both the drive and the implement going and take your hand off of that. I don't really know why you would need to do this, but this is a common feature on these old Ariens machines. Moving down to the engine, we only really have a couple of controls. This is the choke here for cold starts, and this is what they called a primer, but it's not really a primer. This just presses a plate over the carburetor throat, so it kind of acts like more choke. I don't really understand, but again, this was a common thing on a lot of older Ariens machines. And then down here is the electric starter. The electric starter does work, and it certainly beats trying to pull over this monster. Taking a look around the front here, typical old school Ariens design. We've got two big augers here which feed the snow back to a big impeller in the back. This is all very good construction here. You can see how thick the steel is, and it's all fabricated. There's no stamped assemblies. It's all welded together. Same with this outer case here, all fabricated. Very, very robust construction. One thing I really like about these older Ariens that they did away with on later models was this reinforcing strip which surrounds the impeller. You can see there's an inner skin here, and then they weld this even thicker skin over the top of that that just reinforces that impeller chamber so it doesn't break after, you know, a couple decades of sucking up gravel or whatever. You can really see the attention to detail here in the welding. Something I really appreciate with these older machines that you just don't really see anymore. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead here and start this thing up and let you see it in action. I don't have any snow, as I said, so unfortunately we can't see it operating, but it runs great. Thanks for watching.